Hello guys, it's another time, another hour of the day of this month, that is May 2024. And kama kawaida, I always bring you interesting stories about different communities, different culture, clan, and all sorts that's happening within our society, that is tradition, taboos, and all those secret stories, secret things that we human beings to this generation mostly we are not aware of. And if you see around most of us, the youth of this generation, we have no idea of whom we are. And we always say, like, a man who has no identity in Africa is a man with no culture, or a man with no culture is a man who doesn't have identity. Culture is what defines us. Tradition is what defines us. That is what keeps us unique from a different person, from a different community. And today, I'm gonna take you through a history of a given clan. This clan is called Abakangala. Abakangala is a descendant of Akure, who is a founder father of Samia people. Akure, being the founding father of Samia people, he gave birth to Sebeba, who was the leader Abakangala and Abayengele. Both originally they are living in Bukusland, a place called Navahole. This is where this group of Abakangala migrated from to settle in Samia. It is also important to note that Abakangala and Abayengele, both of them, being that their founder father was Akure, they belonged to one clan where they are living in a Bukusu land, a place called Nabaholo. And this clan, it was being called Abakitosi. So during their migration, that's when Abakangala split from this Abayengele, from then migrated to Samia. And here, that's when we found like this Abayengele who remain in Bukusula, and those Abakangala who migrated to Samia. So Sebebe, being son to Akure, Sebebe gave birth to Odima, and Odima managed to give birth to Meo, 3 wives. And this wife, during that time, they symbolized or they represented houses. If it happens like you have 4 wives, yeah, Apil Queen or Nesha, like you are a man who has 3 houses. So it used to show like you are a strong man and you are a recognized man. And to my surprise, like most of the time, most of them, like you could find the whole family was being managed. It was difficult like to find like there's something like lack of basic needs or there's something wrong in a different home or different house of a different woman, but both of them, they used to work together, unlike today, where Christianity chipped in to say like polygamous is wrong. Polygamous is not allowed. If you get yourself having 2 wives, society will look at you in a different way. But in old time, that one gave a man a gratitude. It added some points to the man. And here, Mayo decided to marry 3 wives, who was Nabonwe, Nahadonyi, and Nanguba. Both, they got married to Mayo, and they symbolized 3 houses during that time. These 3 houses, they formed a community called Abakangala. And in that community, there's a way they called every house a given name, or they were given names according to the house. So for the house of Nabonwe, it was being called Enyumba, which means house. Enyumba ya Nabonwe. Another one, it was Enyumba ya Nakadonyi. Another one, it was Enyumba ya Nanguba. And all this, it formed a clan who are now recently located in Samia. I know people from Samia, they might be surprised about this one, but here it is. You people came from Bukuslan, a place called Nabaholo, and you all belonged to someone called Akure, who was the founder of this clan. And Akure gave birth to Sebeba. Sebeba, who later gave birth to Odima. And Odima gave birth to Mayo. Mayo, being a strong man, someone who was able to prove to the society, like having 1 wife, it's not a thing. Let me do it. Add 3. Where he decided to marry Nabonwe, Nahadonyi, Nanguba. And all these women are the founder of an Abakangala clan that splitted from Abayengele clan that remained in Nabaholo, Bukuso land. And this Nabako and Nabayengele, they all belong to Abakitusi clan that was there. That is later, Abakangala decided to say, like, this place is enough for us. What they have to do, let's do what? Try to seek another place. And they migrated to Samia, where they are at this present day. However, there's another group that consider itself as the 4th house of Abakangala. And it is believed that this group or this house, it was formed or originated or said to be the 4th house because most of them are people who are absorbed, people who are being taken as warriors from different communities, as messengers. Most of them are peasants. Most of them, some of them are herders who got attached to the clan of Abakangala and consider themselves as a fourth house during the migration. And this community or this group it was named Abakangala Bapadia, which means they attached themselves to the main clan Abakangala during the migration. So they were being taken like warriors, herders, messengers, peasants, and other activities to work for the Abakangala. So they moved together with them during that migration to Samia. And after that, they were later considered as the fourth house of this clan, which later formed Abakangala as a whole. And all they now were in Samia. And as we know, like tradition, culture, and all sort of that define us differently. It makes us unique. Abakitos being the main clan in Bukusu land, a place called Navaholo, they used to practice this traditional activity called circumcision. Until today, they're still doing it. In fact, that community, let me say, like, that tribe, Bukusu people, when it comes to the issue of circumcision ceremony, damn, these people that are good at it. And I think this year, it's 2024. Every even year, after 1 year, so this last year, I know, they didn't practice this ceremony, but this year, that is from August going onward, it's going to be a big ceremony within the whole region of Bungoma, Western, Busia, Vihiga. They always practice this in a traditional way. And being one of the main and unique culture or tradition that's being done or practiced in this community, or demand the mayor decide they're not going to do it. And because of that, they said, no, hell no, circumcision to us, we are not going to do it. And because of that, they were given a name called Bandu Bekangala. Hence, earning that name, Abakangala. Bandu Bekangala, in English vocabulary, it's defiant. It means defiant. And because of this defiancy, it made them to migrate or to isolate or to split from their origin or their main clan, Abakitosi, and migrated from Mount Elgon area to Samia. Some of them settled in Ilunyo area within Busia, and the others migrated further, crossing River Sio, migrated further to Bigiri in Uganda. You see, this community is large and they are highly distributed. I was wondering, like, how comes we find like ourselves there's some other terms that resembles when we speak, some other vocabularies when you hear someone talking, you can get 1 or 2, 3 words. But it was because of this one, things like this one. So Odima and Mayo, they said the issue of circumcision, even if it was practiced by our forefathers, for us, we are cutting that shit. And here we are, even if it makes us as people who are outcast. Let's just migrate. Let's move. And they decided to move out. Some of them crossing River Sio to Bigiri, Uganda. Our neighbors, they are located there. Others decided to stay Lunyo, Busia, Kenya here. To this present, they are still there. I'm not sure if after generation one to another, they decided to change and start circumcising. But according to the history, the community that said, their clan or people who said that na circumcision, we're gonna do it, and this one, let it be done by other clan that remained there called Abayengele in Bukusu land. If you find yourself, you're Abakangala within Busia, Lunyo area, kindly try to visit your brothers in Bugiri, Uganda. Say hello to them. Tell them you guys came from the same clan, Kitosi, back in Kenya. Yeah, my home country. Somewhere called Abaholo. So, Meo, being a funny man, a man who had his own character, Meo got a wife, and one day, Meo decided to visit mother-in-law. After a long journey, he was traveling. He decided to pass by to a mother-in-law, and being a special guest to that home, Mayo was welcomed warmly in the house, and per tradition, our culture, when someone like that one comes in our home, this is a way we treat him, warmly, in a special way. This is a way we'll run up and down, we make sure that he has something to put in the stomach. And indeed, Meso was tired and hungry. And that's why he said, let me go and say hello. To who? To my mother-in-law. During that moment, mother-in-law decided to prepare meal. And mostly during that time, this issue of sufuria, metals, it was not there. Food, it was being prepared in pots. Ndogo. In Ilua we call inyungu. They used to prepare meal in pot. And the meal that was prepared that day, it was baked beans, which was supposed to be eaten by another food. So the mother-in-law prepared delicious food, and the aroma that was coming from that pot made this male salivate. And because of his impatience, he said, damn, this mother must be from heaven. I've never sniffed something aroma like this one. And because mother-in-law was outside, she went outside to look for other food to come and prepare so that he can eat, so that Mayo can eat with baked beans. This Mayo decided to use that chance to do what? And test the meal. Mayo dipped the hand in the cooking pot. And traditionally, there's a way men used to wear. And the Mayo in their clan of Abakangala, they used to wear omugusa, that is bracelet, in their hand. So the guy dipped in the hand in the pot to do what? To test the delicious food. The devil decided to disgrace him. And he said, Male, you said to do this in your mother's in-law house. That one is not going to happen. With that bracelet, the hand of Mayo stuck in the cooking pot. Mother-in-law coming back, he found Mayo in the pot. What's not happening here? What are you doing? A special guest like you, what are you doing in the pot? No, mother. I was trying to taste the delicious food. I couldn't hold myself. And because I'm hungry, I was thinking I could take even a little of it to eat as I wait for you to come and prepare the other meal so that we can eat together. Mayo embarrassed himself. The bracelet that he was wearing in the hand, it was large, and the moment he dipped his hand in the pot, removing it outside, it got stuck. It forced mother-in-law to do what? To break the pot, so that Mayo can do what? Can get out of it. It was a big embarrassment. So shameful. Okay, maybe if it was in another place, that could be understandable. But here we are talking about mother-in-law. You know how it feels, how it looks like when something like that happens. Due to that incident, that's when it happened. Like there was a taboo that was created from that incident. Because of this shameful incident, since then, Abakangala created a taboo whereby most of them, they could not wear bracelets. And another taboo, no one was allowed to eat beans. No one could eat baked beans that was cooked in pot. And these baked beans in the Abakangala community they call Amagala. Amagala. I hope I've said it in the correct way. The term is Amagala. It's a great taboo whereby no one since then could wear a bracelet or mugasa or eat baked beans, amagila. That is prepared in what? In pot. Abakangala, being an interesting clan and in its own unique way, they also practice economic activities, and their main economic activities was farming. Till today, they're still practicing that farming. And I can say their main staple food, it was cassava. They used to feed cassava. They also cultivated maize with vegetable, which they used to feed on during that time. And even today, it's also believed that Abakangala, they are well-known clan in rainmaking. I used to think like Abafofoyo were the only community could make rain. But to my surprise, I came across this clan and I found like Abakangala, they were best people in terms of rainmaking than Abafofoyo. Abafofoyo clan, yeah, by that time I used to know them like they're rainmakers. Even if one of them dies and get buried, or the moment he dies, it will rain non-stop. And even during that burial day, most of that ceremony, it doesn't end well. It will start raining as early, but this community is more powerful when it comes to rainmaking. This made them to be well known within our nation. This made them to be well known with even our first president of Kenya, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta. And this is the main characteristic that defines Abakangala clan that are currently located in Samia. And that's the history of Abakangala. These people came from far. And I've been always saying, as we always say in Africa society, culture defines us, tradition defines us. These people have different taboos that define us. Most of them, they could not eat baked beans, wear bracelet. Some of them, they could not circumcise like other Samia people. They decided like enough is enough. It is beautiful to know where you come from, to know who you are. And that's my agenda, to give you, to let you know who you are. I know nowadays we are living that life like it is okay. Even if I don't know where I came from. I don't know about my culture. As long as I'm able to work, I can get my salary, I have my family, it's okay. But remember, what defines you? What makes you identical in Africa here? It's your culture, the tradition of your community. Know your lineage, know your history, where you are coming from. Let's not just live in that era whereby we don't know where we are coming from and we don't bother to ask about it. Nowadays, generation like our parents, they have no time for us to educate this to us, to tell us the story about our great grandparents, what they used to do, activity that was being done, food that was being cultivated. But we are more committed to our activities outside here. And much of the time we leave our kids in school. When they are home, they are on the phone, on TV, watching white people's programs, watching movies, wasting time on TikTok. Here I am. I'm bringing this to you. And my main agenda is, as we grow, as we move from one generation to another, let's move together with what defines us, with what makes us unique. Let's not just get married or marry someone and you don't know about him. Try to sit with someone, ask him about his family lineage, culture, to test or to gauge whether this person understands himself or herself. So that whenever you do something, don't do something that goes against the taboo. Don't do something that it might hurt you in a different way and you don't know. To an extent, you'll start coming back, complaining, blaming people. This has happened, this is happening because of this, and this. And yet you don't know you did something wrong. My main focus is you, my people. I'm bringing this to you so that I can educate you, I can reveal whatever you don't know about your community, where you came from, what makes you to be Abakangala, Abayengele. No, why is it that I'm hearing or people are saying, okay, Nabone is related to me, and yet I haven't seen someone married in our home, in our community. This is the place. Remember to go to my YouTube channel, Cultural Enclaves, subscribe, click that bell, so that the moment I will be updating another video, another clip about different culture, different taboos, and all activities is happening in our society, the secrets that you don't know, you'll be the first person to get it. Stay tuned. See you in the next video.